Good morning, all of you all. Welcome to the concluding part of our first chapter that we had started. That was the living world. So today we'll complete the chapter also, and we also will be talking about or discussing about the questions, how they would be asked on the chapters. We will be solving some questions with you, and we'll just have a complete idea about how the questions have been framed on this particular chapter. Okay, so I hope that you all remember what we had started with, and yeah, so this is what we were talking about. We had started with the herbarium the other day. If you recollect, under taxonomical aids, we had seen about the herbarium. Herbarium was nothing but it was a group of, it was called as a repository. It was called as repository, and we were talking about the preparations and how the uh, herbarium sheet is made and all those details. Yeah, what's your out, beta? That the patient and yes, my dear. See, when we say that they do not have, yeah, yeah. So what do you mean by that? They cannot respond with their motor actions. So their motor actions are going to be arrested. So they cannot perform that, but they can understand whatever is being said around them. Okay, or they just can't express it in a muscular fashion as we can. Okay, but they do have got their self consciousness, uh, feelings, as we say, with them. Cleared the confusion. Okay, fine. Yeah, so we were talking about the herbarium. Huh. Division in plante ends with suffix vital. This is your, like angiospermy is what? What is angiospermy? Gymnospermy. They are coming under spermatophyta. They are called as spermatophytes, spermatophyta. They come under that. And when I'll be talking about the plant kingdom, now that time you will come to know that uh, cryptogamy, phanerogamy, spermatophyta, ये सब words सब आ जाएंगे. Okay, fine. Yeah, but Solanaceae, ACAEA is always going to be a suffix with family. That you have to remember. That's never going to change. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I'm giving you a revision of herbarium only, beta. I'm giving you the revision of herbarium only. Don't worry. So herbarium is going to be a place where the plant specimens are going to be preserved. Now they are going to be preserved under ideal conditions. That is, they would be dried, they would be compressed, and they would be, either stitched onto the herbarium sheet or a cardboard sheet, as we call it, or it can be stuck over there. Okay. Then we'll, for preservation purpose, we are going to cover it with a plastic sheet, and we are going to add a label on it. And that day we saw that the label was having the details of the name of the that particular plant, local name, scientific name, family name. Then we also saw that it was having the collector's name, है ना? Date of collection, time of collection was not there. So all the details of that particular plant species would be mentioned on that particular label. Okay. And then it is placed in the alphabetical orders in a very systematic way. Correct. Then we saw that the size of the herbarium sheet was 41 centimeters by 29 centimeters, if you recollect, right? 41 into 29. It's a standard one. Okay, it's a standard size. And then we saw that there was the largest herbarium of the world, which is Royal Botanical Garden, which is in Kew, London. And India ka largest is going to be India ka largest is going to be in Havra, Kolkata, and the name of that is Indian Botanical Garden, right? There are certain species which cannot be dried, they cannot be compressed, right? So we have to keep them in preservatives, right? Do you remember? Someone has said, yes, zero point 0.1 mercury chloride. Very good. Yes, Zui, right, beta. Soham, even you are right. Zui, you are right. FAA. Very good. Yes, yes, Pushkar. Right. FAA. Right. You remember these we had seen? Formalin, acetic acid. We had seen all these things, right? So those are your preservatives which will keep the specimens intact, correct? And then we saw that these herbarium were a quick referral system. They are the repository of the plant species. Then it's going to be helping in taxonomical advancements is what we saw for herbarium, correct? Yes. The next one, very good. Who is this, Zui? Yes, Bacha. Very good, Zui. Very nice. Very correct answer. The next one is going to be the second taxonomical aid that we're talking about now is going to be the botanical gardens. Now, what is the difference between herbarium and botanical garden? Botanical gardens will be also a place where you will find plants, but they are conserved and not preserved. What is the difference between conservation and preservation? I'll tell better. I'll tell you, I'll tell about that. What is the difference between conservation and preservation? Any idea about it? इंग्लिश के वर्ड्स है प्रिजर्वेशन कंजर्वेशन प्रिजर्व क्या होता है कंजर्व क्या होता है चलिए बोलो या यू कैन आंसर वेरी नाइस सो आई एम वेरी गुड ओके ओके वैष्णवी ओके फाइन यस वेरी नाइस हर्षला राइट यस माय डियर वेरी करेक्ट come on others who would like to give me this is I'm asking you simple English conserve preserve. Yes, Nihar, very good. Yes, very good, very good. Yes, yes, Kanaka, very good, beta. Excellent, excellent. So, very nice. So, correct, correct, correct. Okay, so you all have understood what I'm trying to tell you, right? Yes. So, very true. This is your English, actually, wherein um, yes. So preservation is going to be for the dead organisms or the dead specimen. Conservation is for living. We don't want them to die. We want them to be alive. So उसको हम conserve करते हैं और preserve किसको करते हैं जो dead उसको हमें preserve करना है as it is condition में. So preservation is associated with the dead plants which are stored in the herbarium, while botanical garden associated with purely living plants which we have to conserve, which we have to take care of in the living condition. Okay, very nice. Yes, Pushkar, right. Dhruv, you all have given me almost the right answers. बस एक word है life and lifeless, to be very precise. Correct? Yeah. So a botanical garden is a place where plants. See, again, I'm talking about the word botanical garden. So it's going to be associated with plants only. Okay. So it's a place where plants are grown and displayed for the purpose of research and education. So generally, it's going to be a recreational area as well. It's not like that way that botanical gardens are not recreational areas, but generally people go there for educational visits or for research purposes. There is one botanical garden in Goregaon. I don't know if you all are aware of this. In RML Colony, na, there is one botanical garden. I don't know the name of that botanical garden, but there is one botanical garden wherein you will can see so many trees which have been conserved. It's a secluded area, where the name of that trees has been mentioned. So the scientific name, the local name, the family name, display पे डाला हुआ है वहाँ पर. So yeah, yeah, but generally it's associated with conservation. Okay, okay. So in that botanical garden, there would be a building which would be completely devoted for herbarium. So herbarium एक स्टोर हाउस है ना बेटा, तो वो बिल्डिंग में होगा. एक ऑफिस के जैसा, एक एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट के जैसा हर्बेरियम होता है. बॉटनिकल गार्डन would be in the open place. Yeah, I that's what I don't know the name of that Goregaon ka botanical garden, but I had been over there as an an educational trip लेके गए थे हम लोग, तो we had been over there. So I don't remember the yeah, maybe. Okay. So here also it's there. Okay. So this is going to be for display purpose for research and education predominantly. Then each plant contains the labels indicating their name and family. As I said, it's going to have local name as well as the scientific name and the family name to which they belong to. ये तीन चीजें वहां पर आपको दिखेगी लिखी हुई बोर्ड्स पे. छोटे छोटे ऐसे बोर्ड्स लगे रहते हैं, उसके ऊपर वो लिखा हुआ है. या स्कूल ट्रिप्स, यस यस, स्कूल ट्रिप्स जनरली लेके जाते हैं ऐसे एरियाज में. गुड. Well, then some famous botanical gardens again, Indian Botanical Garden, Kolkata, at Howrah, which is also having the largest herbarium of India. National Botanical Garden, which is also a research institute associated with more of research-oriented programs. It's in Lucknow. Then Garden of Medicinal Plants, which is in North Bengal. Okay, that's your West Bengal area. So just remember, Indian Botanical Garden, it's more than enough. Right? So, herbarium and botanical gardens are two taxonomical aids completely devoted for the study of plants. Okay, so if any, like any individual wants to go ahead with research in plants, they are going to refer these two taxonomical aids for comparison. I had told you earlier only, taxonomical aids का function क्या है बेटा? To compare. Okay. Fine. Characterization, that is to compare. Okay. Well, then we come to the third one, that is what we call as a museum. You might have seen a museum. Have you all seen a museum? Yes. Yes. But have you all seen a museum where animals and plants are kept? Or have you all seen those historical museums like Salarjung Museum and all? Yes. 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 That's what. That's what. Yes, exactly. So if you have seen the museums, museum का मतलब क्या होता है बेटा? Museum का मतलब होता है collection of the preserved specimens. Anything that was being used earlier, or it was used by someone, and then they have preserved it in a very systematic way. So if you have been to Bangalore, or if you have been to Bangalore only, I think so. Yeah, Bangalore. There are many like Tipu Sultan ki museum and all. Okay, I don't remember the names. I have been everywhere. I don't remember the names. Anyway, so whatever like the museums are going to be there for yeah, natural history. Yes. So the things will be preserved over there, right? In the same way, here with respect to our biology, these museums are going to be preserving. Again, I'm using the word preserving. Okay, they are going to be preserving the plant species as well as the animal species. दोनों specimens है. तो herbarium में only plant. Herbarium is going to have only plant, but museum will have plants के specimens also and animal के specimens also. Correct? Correct? Yes. You want me to explain previous slide? What you did not understand about the previous slide, my dear? What you have not understood about the previous slide? There are live plants which are going to be reared on an area. They'll be grown in a specific area, and they will be labeled according to the local name, scientific name. Okay, fine. And what are the famous botanical gardens? Only the names they have done. Okay, yeah, fine. So in this museum, no, botanical gardens, no dead plants, living, all living. It's conservation, not preservation. Yes. Okay. So here we are going to talk about the museum. So in museum, there's going to be plant specimens as well as the animal specimens which are going to be preserved. Okay. It's going to be specifically for reference. For reference. So as I said, herbarium, botanical garden, only plant. Usme bhi herbarium will be dead. Botanical garden will be living specimens. Museum, animal specimens are also going to be preserved. Plant specimens are also going to be preserved. Okay. The specimens are preserved in containers or jars, which will be containing the preservative solutions. And then they can also be, the solutions can be any that we have seen, and they can also be preserved as dry specimens. So, wet specimens as well as dry specimens can be kept in a museum. Okay. So, if I'm not wrong, you might have seen these in your school also. Have you all seen bottles? ऐसे ग्लास के बॉटल्स होते हैं, ऊपर से भी एक डिस्क होता है, नीचे से भी एक डिस्क होता है, so उसको एक बैरल शेप कवरिंग होता है, and in that they keep the plant specimens also, and they, you might have seen frog being stored or earthworm being stored. Have you all seen like that way? Yeah, it's like a cylindrical thing with a circular disc on both the areas, ऊपर भी नीचे भी. Yes, exactly. So that those are called as your jars. So we can preserve the specimen inside the jar. Uh, right now, to 11th standard, I don't know, like, how it's going to be practically possible for this situation to come under control and you start with your colleges. But if at all, even each college will be having a biolab. And in the biolab, you will see these glass jars, kept in the showcase. And whenever there is going to be practicals, they'll take it out and they will explain it to you. Yeah, it's there in the schools also. So I said you might have seen it uh, in your schools, right? Yes, 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 Sarah. Yes, beta. Yeah, it's kept in a solution, of course. It's a preservative solution. You have to preserve it ना, नहीं तो डीके हो जाएगा ना, तो उसको हमें अच्छी तरह से सॉल्यूशन में डाल के रखना होता है. जनरली एफए डालते हैं हम लोग, या फिर सिर्फ सी व्हाट हैपेंस ना, फॉर्मेलिन की स्मेल बहुत गंदी होती है. फॉर्मेलिन जो होता है ना, इट्स अ वेरी गुड प्रिजर्वेटिव, बट इफ इट इज गोइंग टू बी 100% फॉर्मेलिन ना, इट बिकम्स वेरी नॉक्शियस फॉर अस. उसका स्मेल थोड़ा दिमाग में बैठ जाता है. Of course, those who are intending to go ahead with medicine, you will get used to it. You will get used to it. Okay. So, formalin, of course, for human dead body preservation, it's going to be purely formalin, which is used as preservative. But generally, we add acetic acid and alcohol to, bring down that noxious effect. Even they are preservatives, no doubt, but still. So those who want to go ahead with medicine, you will get used to all these type of, you know, smells and aromas, and you'll get used to it. पहले पहले थोड़ा सा मतलब ऐसे लगता है इनिशियल few days that OMG वाला feeling आता है, तो वो part and parcel of life eventually whole life के लिए बन जाता है. So then it is not going to be an issue. Okay. Yeah, of course you have to get used to it, and you get used to it. You get used to it. First day first show थोड़ा मजा आता है. So उसके बाद तो आदत हो ही जाती है. हाँ, like first 15-20 days it becomes a bit difficult, but for you all now, I don't know, you all are lucky or you all are unlucky. I don't know about it. You take the way you want it. But during our times, we had dissections of, different animals at 11th and 12th standard level itself. So we used to dissect a cockroach, earthworm. I mean, I have dissected cockroach, earthworm, frog, uh, pigeon, rat, everything we had dissected. It was a part of our syllabus. Okay. So that time, during our time, I'm telling you, during our time, how it was, na, the frog and all, na, or the rats, they were not killed. They were not killed. They were just given the tranquilizers, just like your anesthesia sort of a thing. And you have to cut open those to understand the internal structures. And then you have to again put the sutures समझते हो, stitches, मेडिकल लैंग्वेज में सूचर्स कहते हैं हम लोग. You have to stitch it again, and before that organism comes into consciousness, before that you have to stitch it out. So many a times they used to get killed, but my specimens never got killed. I was very, like, what do you say, not emotional sort of a thing, but I always thought कि नहीं, उसको कुछ उसका उसको होश आने से पहले उसको stitch करना है. But it was fun. It was fun because it has to be done in a very given stipulated time. So we had done the cockroaches and all को मार के ही देते थे. Earthworm cockroaches were dead specimens that were given to us. But rats, frogs, pigeons, they were not killed. So these large animals were generally, like given tranquilizers. So that was fun during our time. So now these all things are banned. You can't even dissect a mosquito. Forget about cockroach. Okay. Now the animal rights people have taken away all your rights, saying that do not harm the animals. So nowadays all these things are banned. So those who are thinking to go into medicine, you will be directly dissecting a human dead body, not human body, human dead body. Okay. So what happens is when you get used to these dissections now, like rat and all, so they will bleed out normally when you cut open them. So normal hota hai ye. So you get used to it. You will be doing it all, like together with direct, human dead body specimen. So of course, it's very happening and it's very enjoyable also. There is nothing to worry about it. Those who are heading for going ahead with the medical stream. So it's very nice. It's very nice. Those who like this stream, they will enjoy this particular, uh, journey. But some people, they don't want to go ahead with medicine. They feel very yuck about it. I mean, I had a friend, she was very good in academics. She was very bright in her academics, but she had the phobia of blood. Whenever she used to look at the sight of blood or bleeding, na, she used to be like, she used to faint. So only because of that, she was very good at bio and she actually wanted to make a career in medicine. But she thought she will make a career in, medicine like homeopathy or Ayurveda, where she does not, get involved in all these things. But aisa nahi hai. You go for any particular specializations. First year mein these things are mandatory. So then she changed her field and she did not come into medicine directly, but she, was in proper life science only. So she eventually ended up becoming MSc and PhD in microbiology. So there are some people like this way. So she's also successfully, working. But the liking and fear, these two things do matter. है ना? Yeah, so it depends on your mindset, purely your mindset. So doesn't mean that you only have to pursue in a particular career. It's not like that. You have got many options. Now, so you have got many options. I'm talking about 20 years before. 20-25 years पहले वाली बात मैं करी. मतलब हमारे टाइम की अगर मैं बात करूँ. Now we have got so many avenues. Anyway, so where were we? Huh. Containers and jars. Okay, so you might have seen those, as I said just now. Then insects are preserved in insect boxes after collecting, killing, and pinning. Look at the sentence one more time, beta. Insects are preserved in insect boxes after collecting, killing, and pinning. Now, what are these insect boxes? Yeah, killing. Yes, you have to kill the insect. Okay, without which you cannot preserve them. So this particular one are called as insect boxes. There are specialized boxes which are going to have a specific dimensions to preserve these insects, and you can observe them perfectly. But in the year 2013, there was this question that had come. You will be answering this question, which I'll be asking you all. So pay attention to my question and the sentence which is there right in front of you. Select the incorrect statements among the following. Select the incorrect statements among the following. The first statement was museum has a collection of preserved plant and animal specimens. The second statement was the specimens are preserved in containers or glass jars with preservative solutions. The third statement was the museum the museum is helping in taxonomical studies. The fourth statement is insects are preserved in insect boxes after collecting, pinning, and killing, which is the wrong sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4. फट 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 आ रहे हैं मुझे आंसर्स. वेरी गुड, यू ऑल आर राइट बेटा. Yeah. Fourth one is an incorrect option. Why is it incorrect? Can you tell me? Can you tell me why fourth is an incorrect option? Very nice. Yes, yes, Bhumi. Yes, Siddhika. Very good. Yes, yes. It's in the wrong order. First, it will be collected, then it will be killed. So first, we have to collect that specimen. Then it will be killed. And after killing, you can then pin it. Pin करना मतलब क्या करना पता है? उसको है ना, वो टाचनी बोलते हैं हम लोग उसको, है ना, वो जो पिन रहती है, उससे उसके जैसा ही है, छोटा सा पिन रहता है, जो उसको सेंटर में 1, 2, 3 जितना लंबा इंसेक्ट है ना, वैसे उसको पिन किया जाता है, so that it remains perfectly in that box. So that's called as pinning. Fine. So that order is important. Collecting, killing, pinning. Be careful, huh? Be careful. This is your competitive exam. That is, it's very simple. It's very simple. But you don't realize that order change hua hai. Right now it is there in front of you. So of course you could, immediately get the answer. But when you're going to read your books, beware of these type of sentences. Okay? Well, large animals are stuffed and they are preserved. Yes. So there are these museums where large animals, especially birds, what we do is we give a cut to their belly region, which is going to be soft. Okay. And that belly region will be cut open. Okay. The internal contents of that organism would be scooped out. It has to be scraped away. Okay. It needs to be scraped. तो एक स्क्रेपर से इंटरनल पूरा स्क्रेप करते हैं, बट वी डू नॉट हार्म द एक्सटर्नल surfaces of that particular organism or that animal. ठीक है? Yes, 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 exactly. So when we scrape it off, internal पूरा उसको scrape करना होता है. Scrape करने के बाद वो जो बचेगा, वो जो internal skin बचता है, it will be treated with preservatives like methyl chloride or there are many mercuric chloride. There are many such type of preservatives, and then it will be dried completely. Okay, and externally nothing is changed. Fine. Then what we do, we stuff that entire internal content with generally your rayon or cotton, mixture of rayon and cotton, and then we again stitch it up, so that external morphology remains untouched. So when you keep that stuffed bird in the museum, it appears to be the real original bird, because we have not changed the external features at all. We have not damaged or harmed, or we have not treated the external parts. It's only the internal things which are going to be scooped away. Okay, so this is how we have got stuffed animals which are going to be preserved. Generally, large animals are going to be preserved in this form only. Okay, so uh, containers, that is glass jars, insect boxes, and stuffed animals. So, have you all understood till here about the museum? Anyone who is having any doubt? No, no, no. The scooped organs will be discarded. They are of no use. They are of no use. Okay. Huh. The skeletons have been preserved, like dinosaur. If you see, dinosaur का वो कोई movie था ना, कौन सा, Jurassic Park. उसमें देखा होगा आपने, अगर मूवी देखा है तो you might have seen the skeletons which are going to be, which were preserved. Have you all seen? Yes. So that you know, that skeletons can be preserved, of course. But when we talk about the external characteristics, like for example, you take the example of a pigeon. Okay, if you have to preserve a pigeon, okay, what we do, we cut open the belly region of the pigeon, we scoop away the internal organs, we throw it away completely. Okay, so only the exoskeleton will be maintained. Exoskeleton will be having feathers, the fur or whatever. Okay, and then after curing it, that is after treating it, okay, then what do we do? Then we stitch it along with a stuffed cotton. So instead of that internal organs, now it will be having what? Stuffing of cotton and rayon, generally. Fine. So it looks like your original pigeon. For example, I'm giving you. Okay, got it? Yeah, I think someone had asked to explain the last point. So have you got it, beta? What I explained just now about the last point? Well, okay, my dear. Okay. Yes, beta. Fine, fine. So I guess you all have understood up till here. You all have understood up till here. Can I move ahead? Okay, fine. Thank you, my dear. So we go to the next point. Hmm, that is zoological parks. So, which museums are in India will have, you know, generally educational museums. So the way we have in our colleges or institutional museums. Okay. So if you go to your school or to your college or something like that, it will be having those. Fine. Of course, I don't have those uh, museum sort of a thing, but I do have a certain skeleton is there at my house. So yeah, when I teach you all about the skeleton, I'll be using that actual skeleton that is there with me. And then there are certain organs also, like brain है, eye है, heart है, जिसके models use करके I explain. Of course, diagrams would be there, but I've got the models. So eye ka model, heart ka model, that I'll be, you know, showing you all and I will be explaining you all. Okay. Yeah. Definition and NCRT is different from. Follow your NCRT textbooks. Follow your NCRT textbooks. Yeah. Yes, my dear. So yeah, I had shown. Yeah. So I've got all these specimens with me. So when I teach these chapters, na, that time I show these and I'll explain. You want to see आई का? आई है, अब भी निकाला हुआ है, कल के लेक्चर में दिखाया था. You want to see? Yeah, wait. I'll get it. It's इधर ही है. I'll just get it. Give me a minute. Okay. I stop the sharing because you can see this very clearly. So you can see this. This is our eye. Okay. So when I explain this now, I'll explain all these. So when we open it, what is this outer layer going to be called as? What is this inner layer going to be called as? What is this? What is this? Okay. So in this way, you know, like all these models I'll be showing and I'll be explaining. So you can see this very clearly now. Yes, beta. Yes, you're right. So here you can see the spots also. And when I open this, how it's going to be internally. So look at the, you know, this black spot. And I guess you all can see this yellow spot also. So we have got this yellow and black spots. These are going to be the arteries, veins, and so on. So, yeah, this is the optic nerve. Yes. So these type of models I do have. I generally explain using these, so it becomes very simple for you all to understand, na? Correct? So, yeah, not today, but eventually, whenever I'll be teaching you all these, so heart bhi aisa hi hai. I've got a similar type of model where you can open the heart and understand the internal structure of the heart very nicely. So, yeah, fine. Okay. So, yes, fine, fine, fine. So, this is the way generally, like I go ahead with. I love to do like this way. Huh. What is your out beta? NCR? No. If you are going to go ahead with state board for your 12th exams, then long answers will be only from state board. It's not going to be from your NCRT. If you are going ahead with CBSE board, then you will be learning long answers from NCRT. Huh? Why you can't see anything? Why does it look black? Now I am on the screen right now. I'll share the screen for you all. I stopped the screen sharing deliberately, beta, because otherwise that particular thing could not be seen very clearly. So, yeah. So now I'll start with the screen sharing. Yeah, fine. Okay. So, how to keep? Don't worry. I'm there. I'll guide you all for both. So I'm taking the content of both. I'm taking the content of NCRT also. I'm teaching you all. I'm teaching you all from government textbook also. So as of now, you don't worry about how to go about it. I'll give you in detail how you're going to study. I'll discuss the study pattern for you all. Okay. Yeah. Definitions, long answers from state board, and your neat paper is going to be based on NCRT 90% and 10% will be your government textbook also. So you have to study two books which I had discussed in the first lecture itself, right? Were you there for my first lecture, Krishna? Were you there when I explained the details about how to study? That's why. Okay. So like, acha, that's the reason. Okay, no problem, beta. I'm going to have an introductory lecture today at 12 o'clock for new students. Okay, so it's going to be at 12 o'clock. New students ka lecture hai, wherein I'll be, yeah, I'll be telling everything in detail about the bio the way I have explained to others. It's at 12. Okay, so those who want to join that for understanding, who came late, okay, yeah, I know. Yes, bacha, some of you all, yeah, some of you all have joined me in the second lecture, na? So probably you're not completely aware about certain things which I have already explained to the other students. So it's going to be at 12 after your lecture. It's going to be at 12 o'clock. So if you all want, you have got lecture of chem at 12. Okay. Fine, no issues. Then we can organize a small session for you all, kabhi na kabhi, in between. I'll organize for you all. Okay? I'll definitely organize for you all. I'll let you all know. I'll let you all know. Okay? Fine, fine. Don't worry, don't worry. Okay, beta. So, right now I go ahead with the zoological park. So, zoological park is just like a botanical garden wherein living specimens are going to be seen. So, it's going to be conservation. So it's going to be conservation and not preservation. Yeah, Sneha, I'll do it, but I'll do it. I'll organize this lecture because I had at 12 today. So I thought that if you can join for that lecture, it would be like, but since you have got chemistry, don't miss chemistry. Don't miss chemistry. I'll organize this for you all. It's a matter of say half an hour, 45 minutes. So that we can definitely arrange. Okay. Yes. Whatever you may, yeah, you are having some other lectures, na? Yeah, don't worry. Or you can get my recording also. My first lecture ka recordings are also available. You can ask your, Kiran ma'am or Hemangi ma'am or Mahesh sir, whoever is in your contact. You can ask them. They will send you the link of. They'll send you the recording of my first lecture. Don't worry. So you will be, like coming to know about it. But if you wanted a live session or you wanted to, like listen to me live, then I was just thinking that I'll keep one. Fine. Okay. So zoological park is a place where wild animals would be kept under captivity. Captivity का मतलब होता है protection. Okay. So it will be protected in natural habitats. They have to maintain the natural habitats. Okay. So it provides opportunity. So it would be like a conservation also. So the species which are going to be on the verge of extinction or who are threatened species, or the species which are left in the forest to die, such type of species can be conserved. They can be taken care of in a home-like condition. So they will be given the home-like condition. Home-like means they are home-like condition. Like for example, this in Mumbai we have got the Jijamata Udyan, Rani Ka Bagh as we call it, है ना? Yeah, exactly. Yes. There are different types. Yes. So this Jijamata Udyan, Rani Ka Bagh, whatever na. No, I have started only with this chapter. Okay. Huh. So there, if you see, you know about penguins being brought to Mumbai and that's this Rani Sabha. Have you all heard? Yeah. So what are the prerequisites for the survival of the penguins? What is required for their survival? What conditions are required, my dear? Correct, Bhumi. Very nice. Yes. Yeah, they require extremely cold temperatures, right? So Mumbai definitely does not have that type of temperature at all and will never have also. It's so again, it's tremendously hot now. For 1 or 2 days, the climate was like better till that Tokte was there. As it passed, now it has started again. It's like deadly hot. It is deadly hot again. So Mumbai is not going to get this. So then how will they sustain? How will they survive? So for their survival, we have to make their home-like conditions, right? Yeah, they have created, or we call it as simulated. Okay, simulations means exactly similar to their original condition. So they have they have simulated this, polar region wala conditions in Mumbai so that they will survive. Of course, one of them died. That's the bad news, of course. But to maintain them and to conserve them, we are trying to maintain in their natural habitat in this, artificial areas. Okay, exactly. So that is called as under similar to their natural habitat. You understood that sentence? Similar to their natural habitat. Correct. Not exactly ACs, somewhat like, of course, ACs would be required, but even they actually, have got those snowpacks. Okay. It provides opportunity for studying the behavior and the food habits of the animals as well. So you come to know the life cycle of these animals. What is the life cycle? It becomes very easy to observe them, note down the things, study them, and help the species to further perpetuate. So that is the main reason for the zoological parks. But of course, we can use them as our referral labs also. We can go and we can compare our specimens with the specimens which are there or the organisms which are there in the zoological park. Even the zoological parks, they'll be having the complete data about which animals are there, how many are there, what are the species, what is the genus, what is the family. All these details would be there at the zoological parks. Yeah, we have got different zoological parks, as I said. So if you have been to Jim Corbett National Park in Nainital, I don't know if you have been there. So Jim Corbett may you require actually 3 days. You require 3 days to roam just around that Jim Corbett. It's so huge. Okay, and in that only you have got one, area which actually requires 1 day to visit. It's the Snake Park. Have you all been to Jim Corbett? Snake Park है वहाँ पर. पता नहीं if you have been or no. Yes, na. Yeah, if you have been na, then the snakes. I mean, when you go there na, so yeah, Mysore also has got, yes. So when you go there na, they they welcome you with the garland of snake. I mean, when I had been, they welcome you with a garland of snake means इतना लंबा snake होता है. अगर आपको चाहिए तो you they put as a mala in your, you know, आपके neck के ऊपर वो डालते हैं. You can actually play with that. It's very beautiful. It's very beautiful, of course. मजा आता है. So if you have been to such expeditions anytime, and if you like all these things, that is also one more thing. So there's that one entire day we will spend only in the snake park. Yeah, you can play with the snake. Actually, yeah, yeah. The snakes also, you know, enjoy playing with you. Actually, they love their fangs and all are removed, so you don't have to worry about it. So there are different type of zoological parks. Okay, not necessarily all will be having the same type of animals. There will be different. Okay, yeah. So that's going to be your zoological park. Some famous zoos in India are going to be Zoological Park of Mysore, Nehru Zoological Park at Hyderabad, Trivandrum Zoo, Chennai Zoo, and of course, Nabi hai, Jijamata Udyan, Rani Sabag, that is also a zoological park itself. Okay, so all four you have understood, beta. Herbarium, botanical garden, museum, zoological park. Any doubt in these four? Anyone having any difficulty in these four? Tell me, please. Nona? Okay. Now, these four which we have discussed, is going to harbor the actual specimen. Maybe living, maybe dead. The next that we are going to talk about is not going to have any type of available specimen. Rather, there will be information on that particular specimen, scripted form. You know what is scripted form? Written. Okay, it would be written. So you don't have the organism beside you to compare, or the plant specimen which is dried in the herbarium कैसा होता है वो वैसा नहीं रहेगा बेटा. उसका फोटोग्राफ हो सकता है, उसका पिक्चर हो सकता है, उसका डायग्राम हो सकता है, ऐसे सब कुछ हो सकता है, बट एक्चुअल स्पेसिमेन नहीं होता है. फाइन, जो आगे मैं बताने वाली हूँ. So the first four that we have learned are going to have actual specimen, living or dead. And the next that we're going to study is not going to be actual specimen. It will be description, information, diagram, photographic, understanding, like that way. Fine. Yeah. Yes. So you're right. There are zoos with specific animals like crocodile. Yeah, that's what. So just now I said about the snake. है ना. तो वैसे वो स्नेक के लिए है, वैसे क्रोकोडाइल का भी है, बट क्रोकोडाइल का इंडिया में नहीं है. इट्स नॉट इन इंडिया. ओके. If you want to see real crocodiles, many in number ना, go to Powai Lake. IIT पवाई है ना, वहां पर अगर जाओगे तो तुम्हें एक्चुअल में क्रोकोडाइल्स देखने को मिलेंगे. ज्यादा है वहां पर. There are many crocodiles in IIT Powai. So yeah, in Chennai we have got, yes, but not in Mumbai. Yes. In Chennai we have got crocodile park. Yeah, it's very large. I know. But here there is no park, but natural crocodiles if you want to see ना, Powai Lake में बहुत ज्यादा है. There are too many. Okay. Anyway, so these four specimen वाले समझ में आ गए. I go ahead with the next, wherein there is no specimen that is going to be available, but it is going to be informative. It's going to be information. ठीक है? Yeah. So fourth was zoological park. The fifth that I'm going to talk about is the key. Now, forget about these descriptions. Just listen to whatever I'm saying. When you was purely, like छोटे थे, friends के साथ टाइम पास मूड पे खेलते थे, अभी भी खेलते हो, बट तब तो आपने कभी ट्रेजर हंट नाम का गेम खेला था क्या? हैव यू ऑल एवर प्लेड ट्रेजर हंट? हाँ. Yes, even I used to play, even I used to love. So what is in treasure hunt? What do you know about treasure hunt? They give you clues ना. Clues मिलते जाते हैं ना. One clue will lead to another, another to another. है ना? Exactly. Keys are like that, beta. Hints. Yes. Who's this? Yes, Vidhi. Very good, beta. Very good, Vidhi. Yes. It's going to be hints. So in the same way, here also in keys there is nothing but there are hints, and taking the hints, taking the help of the hints, we come to a particular conclusion. It's like your treasure hunt, exactly like your treasure hunt. Okay, so what exactly is key is very important for all of us to understand today. Okay, because predominantly questions are asked on keys, because it's something which is very unique, it's something which is very specific. Okay, so let us understand what are these hints which are called as keys. Okay, so like every lock has got its own key. The locks cannot be opened without its own key. You cannot take some other key and try to open the lock, it will not open. So in the same way, these keys would be your hints, and you open one lock and you come to a conclusion, therefore it is called as keys. Okay, so what are these keys? Let us understand. See, keys are used for identification of plants as well as animals, which are going to be based on similarities and dissimilarities. Okay, so keys can be used for animal specimens also to identify, and keys can be used for plant specimens also to be understanding. And it is with respect to what, beta? Similarities, dissimilarities. Okay, so what is this? Let us see. Keys are analytical in nature. Analytical means you have to analyze and come to a conclusion. It is not going to give you direct answer. Analysis करना पड़ता है, उसको रीड करके, उसको समझ के हमें एनालाइज करना पड़ता है, तब जाके हमें आंसर मिलेगा. Therefore we say keys are analytical in nature. Okay, they are based on contrasting characters in a pair called as couplet. What do we call it as? Couplet. Couplet means two. Couples क्या होते हैं? What is a couple? Two, right? अब ये जो couplets होते हैं, they are contrasting. ये कैसे है? Contrasting है. For example, चलो I'll give you an example. तो आपको ना मेरी बात एकदम easily समझ में आ जाएगी. ठीक है, मैं पहले आपको एक एग्जांपल देती हूँ, फिर मैं आपको कपलेट क्या होता है, लीड क्या होता है, ये एक्सप्लेन करूंगी. ठीक है, well, so let me give you an example so you will understand these things very clearly. Look at this. I'm going to put something on the whiteboard now. Yes. So here you can see the whiteboard very clearly, beta. So I'm talking about the contrasting couplets. ठीक है. Now you tell me this, later on I'll give you these hints like a thing, then you will tell me something. Okay, so my first state, writing the number one, and I'm writing there what you can see, presence of wings, absence of wings. These are contrasting ना, एक दूसरे के अपोजिट है कि नहीं है. एक क्या है, विंग्स प्रेजेंट है, दूसरा क्या है, विंग्स एब्सेंट है. तो ये दो हिंट्स मिले आपको. यू गॉट दीज टू हिंट्स. You look at your specimen, you decide presence of wings, absence of wings. You will decide. You got a hint. Okay. Look at the second option. So what do you think? If you answer presence of wings, suppose the answer is presence of wings. तो दिमाग में क्या चलता है? तो देखो, look at the second hint or the second couplet. इन दोनों को बेटा couplet कहते हैं हम. Okay. So what is the second couplet? Presence of beak, absence of beak. Now you all know what is presence of beak and absence of beak. Why did I say presence and absence of beak? Very good. Yes, Soham. Very good. So basically, if there were wings present, then my mind will be, like, is it wings है मतलब bird है? तो अगर bird है तो उसको beak होना चाहिए. So what is the second couplet that is coming? Presence of beak, absence of beak. Okay. Now the third statement. Suppose my answer is absence of beak. अब देखो हाँ, presence of wing, absence of beak. Look at the third couplet. Is it two-legged? एट या सिक्स, कोई भी ले सकते हो. सिक्स और एट. वेरी गुड कनक, वेरी गुड कनक, वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस. अरे विंग्स है, बीक नहीं है, एंड 8 जॉइंटेड अपेंडेजेस है, तो कौन हो सकता है ये? वेरी गुड किंजल, वेरी गुड सोहम. Come on others, try to give the answer. Wings are present, beak is absent, and jointed legs are going to be present. Very good, Zoe. Yes, Neil. With you're giving an example of it. You're giving an example of it. You're not wrong. Yeah. So you all are giving the example. Yes. Basically, we are talking about the insect. It could be any of the insects, of course. So you know what? What we did. So presence of wings, absence of wings. Presence of beak, absence of beak. They are what? They are contrasting characters, na? They are contradictory to each other, right? So these are going to be called as couplets. Fine. And each one of it will be called as a lead. So one couplet will be made up of two leads. Correct? One couplet is equal to two leads. Correct? Many couplets is equal to one key. Many couplets is equal to one key. Now, where you will get these? You will get these on the on your PC in a software. Everything will be available. All these keys are available. Okay, you just have to buy that particular software, open that particular key and start answering your answers. ये जो मैंने लिखे हैं ना बेटा, ये ऑलरेडी लिख के आपके स्क्रीन पर आ जाएंगे. आपको सिर्फ क्या करना है? सिलेक्ट करना है. ये आपको सिर्फ सिलेक्ट करना है कि ये मेरा जो स्पेसिमेन है ये किसके जैसा है. यू आर कंपेयरिंग ना. This is what characterization. What is characterization? Comparing. So you want to compare. So you look at your specimen, you look at the options, you write down the answers. Did you get me? So these are the hints that you would be getting. These are called as keys. One more time I'm repeating, beta. Each statement is going to be called as a lead. Two contrasting leads will make up one couplet. Many such couplets will make up one key. And there are different keys for different organisms. तो तुम्हारा स्पेसिमेन तुम्हें लग रहा है कि ये बर्ड है, इसलिए तुमने बर्ड्स का और इंसेक्ट के बर्ड्स दोनों में तुम्हें कंफ्यूजन है, तो तुमने वो की ओपन किया. यू कैन नॉट ओपन द सेम की फॉर एक्वाटिक एनिमल्स. यू कैन नॉट ओपन द सेम की फॉर फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स. सो एवरी ऑर्गेनिज्म जो तुम्हें लग रहा है ना, उसके लिए अलग अलग कीज मिलते हैं, अवेलेबल है. फॉर दिस, yes, yes, yes. I have given you only three, by my dears. There are thousands of such couplets which are going to be formed. This is just for your understanding way. So you will only answer yes, no, yes, no. Presence of wing, yes. Presence of beak, no. Absence of beak, yes. Two-legged, no. Eight-legged, yes. Okay. तो यहाँ पर yes, no, yes, no, yes, no पे आपका पूरा hint मिलता जाएगा and you can come to a conclusion then. Did you understand this? Is there any confusion in your mind for this? Because this is very, very important. So I don't want any confusion. है कुछ? Complexity of couplets goes on increasing? No, it won't go on increasing. It will make the things rather simpler. Okay, na? Very good. So now this is one way of writing. Okay. तो ये जो keys होते हैं ना, ये जो keys होते हैं ना, इनको हम क्या कहते हैं? What do we call this? These are going to be called as what we call them as yoked keys. क्या कहते हैं बेटा इसको? YOLKED, yoked keys कहते हैं. ठीक है. अब मैं anyways, चलो fine. This is going to be called as yoked keys. Yeah, I'm coming to that only, Shreya. I'm coming to that only. So these are your yoked keys, okay? Now I'll tell you one more. I'll tell you, my dear. I'll tell you. I have given the example of dichotomous keys in the next slide. So I'll talk about it. Don't worry. Now look at the difference, huh? Look at the difference. इसलिए मैंने इसको red कर दिया, इसको मैं black कर रही हूँ. You can see I'm writing down the same thing, but in the bracket I'm writing something. Can you all see? In the bracket I'm writing down something. Correct? Yes. Otherwise, the statements remain the same. Correct? So, as you can very well see, I've written some numbers in the bracket. Okay? So, this type of key, which I've written just now, is going to be called as what it is going to be called as bracketed keys. Okay, so one is in yoked keys or indented keys as we call them. It's also called as indented, and these are going to be your bracketed keys. What do you mean by the word bracketed? So look over here, presence of wings. Instead of reading the second statement, directly go to the third statement. So this is the third statement. Presence of beak, check if there is presence of beak. If there is presence of beak, directly go to the fifth statement. Is it two-legged? Okay, got it. So what are we going to do over here? We are going to save time. Okay, so these brackets are going to be to which number you can directly jump to. Rather than reading all the statements in a line, forget about those all statements. जो इधर bracket में number लिखा है वो वाला statement पढ़ लो. तो इधर into bracket 3 लिखा है तो आपको 2 मिस कर सकते हो, directly go to 3. इधर 5 लिखा है तो instead of reading the 4 directly go to 5. इधर 10 लिखा है तो instead of reading 6 7 8 9 directly go to the 10th one. Understood? So why it is like that way? Because these keys are very number of couplets होते हैं उसमें बहुत ज्यादा. So unnecessarily इतने सारा irrelevant ये पढ़ने से it is better you directly jump to that particular statement. Okay, yeah, brackets are more efficient, you save time and you become very like precisely you will be going in the right direction. Okay, so that is your bracketed key. So I understood what is bracketed key and yoked key. Yoked key का दूसरा नाम भी मैं यहाँ पर लिखती हूँ. It is also going to be called as indented key, also called as indented. Okay, got it? Understood what is key in general? So these individual statements would be called as leads. Two leads will be called as one couplet. There would be many couplets that will be available for a particular key. Okay, so keys are made up of several couplets. Each couplet is made up of two contrasting statements called as leads. ठीक है? Okay. Yeah. Bracketed keys are nowadays we use bracketed keys. Okay. And there is something called as dichotomous trees. Dichotomous keys के बारे में मैंने आगे स्लाइड पे डाला है, but ये दो बेसिक है जो आपको आने चाहिए. So any doubts behind this? Anyone who has not understood any part of this keys? What is the name of one single statement? It is called as lead. Lead. Lead कहते हैं. Okay. You want me to explain one more time? Okay. See, keys are something which are statements. These statements are going to be contrasting statements put together. So two contrasting statements for one character. So what is the first contrasting statement? It is for whom? It is for Wings. So the name of the character is Wings, and the two contrasting statements for the same character is going to be what? Presence and absence of it, right? So individually each would be called as a lead. Correct? Then you just take those statements, read those statements, and write down yes or no in your book. The more you get the yes, you come in a particular direction and come to a conclusion. Okay, because my specimen has got wings, because my specimen does not have a beak, and my specimen is having 8 jointed appendages, my specimen is an insect. On the other hand, my specimen has a wing, it also has got a beak, and it also has got 2 legs, then probably my specimen is a bird. Okay, so depending upon what is your statement ka selection, you can come to a conclusion. Got it beta? So this is the way we do it, but nowadays we use bracketed keys so that we can directly jump to that particular statement rather than reading all the statements which are irrelevant to us. Okay, so if there is presence of wings, rather than again reading absence of wings, I directly jump over to the third point. So whatever number is given in the bracket, you have to directly jump to that particular number and read that particular statement only. Got it? Okay. I think it will be better if you all can note down this particular content in your notebooks, because you won't get confused then that what are keys. है ना? So kindly please note it down. I'll give you all 2 minutes to complete it. Spelling is LEAD, lead. Hai. In the PPT I have put it better. In the PPT you can see the spelling of the lead. Good, Vidhi. Very good, beta. Very good. Got it? Okay. Others, have you all noted? Can I go to the PPT again? What is bracketed key? This is your bracketed key. Wherein after the statement, in a bracket, they have given a number. Na? So whenever a number is going to be given in a bracket, you directly jump to that particular number of the statement. So this particular number is going to be given in a bracket. So this is going to be called as bracketed. Okay, clear? Done? So I can stop this share and give you all the descriptive share. Okay. Yeah. So here we go ahead with yes. Right. Now you will understand this much better. See, keys are used for identification of plants and animals, which is based on similarities and dissimilarities. So what are the similarities between insects and birds? Presence of wings. What is the dissimilarity between them? Absence of presence of beak. Okay, got it? So it is based on similarities and dissimilarities. What's your doubt, beta? Means the number which is there in the bracket is the sentence number. Yes, my dear. You directly have to go to that particular sentence. Correct. Perfect. Perfect, Sneha. You're right. Keys are analytical in nature, that is based on contrasting characters in a pair called as couplet. Out of two proposed characters, only one of the two, we are given two statements, only one of the two which is relevant is accepted while the other is rejected. Correct? Each statement in a key is going to be called as a lead. See, those who are having difficulty with that word lead, here is the word lead. Okay. Separate taxonomic keys are required for each taxonomic category, such as family, genus, order, etc. So we have got different types of taxonomical keys which are already available for that particular group of organisms. Clear? Any confusion in this? Okay, fine. Yeah, this is what someone had asked keys. So this is your dichotomous keys. Yeah? A taxonomic key is a device that biologists use to figure out what unknown organisms actually are. The key is made up so that you answer a series of questions about that particular character and the answer will be narrowed down. You can zero down to a particular conclusion. For example, di means two, cotomous means branching. So your this is going to be a dichotomous type of a key. Dry skin, yes, no. If your organism of interest, which you have brought for identification, if it does not have dry skin, it could be a salamander. But if it has got a dry skin, then you have to check for another option. You have to check for its hair. Is hair present or is hair absent? If hair is absent but dry skin is present, so dry skin but no hair, it could be a lizard. Dry skin, hairy, then there is a third option that we have to check. Opposable thumbs. Opposable means the ones which can catch hold of. Okay, अपना opposable thumb है. ठीक है? So if there is opposable thumb, तो क्या होगा? If there is no opposable thumb, then it could be a lizard. Is it bipedal? वो check करना पड़ेगा. Okay? Is it bipedal? Is what some people are asking. It is human being का कि you did not require to go through this. ह्यूमन बीन का स्पेसिमेन कोई भी पहचानेगा कि ह्यूमन बीन है, बट बताने के लिए ये डाइकोटोमस कीज यूज किए गए हैं. ओके, सो ये थोड़ा सा ऑड लगता है कि ह्यूमन बीइंग के कंक्लूजन, इट्स नॉट ह्यूमन बीइंग का कंक्लूजन, इट कुड बी टाइगर. टाइगर भी तो पहचानने में आ जाएगा. व्हाई यू रिक्वायर अ की? Salamander and all, yeah. Sometimes salamanders and lizards, now we get confused in them. So salamander is going to be having uh, uh, wet skin. It's not going to be dry, while lizards will be having a dry skin. Okay, got this? So this is called as dichotomous branched keys. Fine, beta. Any doubts? There is some window coming in between, na? Some window is coming in between. Okay. Anyone who has got any difficulty in understanding this particular key wala section, बताओ बताओ फटाफट. सब keys समझे? Yeah, they have got frog legs. Di means two. Cotomous means branching. So since they are branching in two, one, two. This is again one, two. This is again one, two. That is called as dichotomous. Each will branch into two. Okay. Yeah. Tail shape is different, of course, but still sometimes when you look at it all of a sudden, now you get confused. Fine. Yeah. So that's all about the keys that we had to talk about. Now we come to flora, manual, monograph, catalogs, and other taxonomical aids which we had seen earlier. right? And you had asked me, ma'am, what is this manual? What is this flora? Okay, so let us understand them now. They help in correct identification. Manuals provide information for identification of names of various specimens in a given area. Only the names. It won't have true specimen. It will only have what? Name ka list in the alphabetical order. Okay, so you go to a particular area and you want to know that which different species are present in this area. You will just get the names in that alphabetical order. Such type of informative booklet would be called as manuals. Got it? What are manuals? So manuals provide information for identification of names of various species in a given area. Monograph. Mono means one. Graph means a particular description. So monograph will contain information of any one particular taxon. So for example, there is monograph of Panthera. You get a booklet called as monograph of Panthera. Means what you will get information about. What all information will be there in that Panthera ka monograph? Can you tell me? Yes, lion, tiger, leopard, cheetah, इनके बारे में पूरा description मिलेगा. So only one taxon at a time. No, not cats. Cats would be your monograph of Felidae. Monograph of Felidae will have all the cats. Okay? Yes. Monograph of Felidae will be the description of cats. If it is monograph of Leo, if it is monograph of Leo, you will get to know all the varieties of lions that are going to be present on this earth. Got it? So one monograph is going to give a description of only one type of taxon. Got it? Understood? So if I say monograph of Mangifera, what you would come to know, my dears? Yes, we have got for animals, that's why. Yes, plants also. Yeah, you will come to know about the mangoes. Understood? So that is a monograph. Any difficulty in understanding monograph, manuals, monograph? Okay. I was talking about some other type of key. That is what I showed you in the previous slide, the dichotomous key, that branching in twos. I was talking about that dichotomous. Okay. Yeah. There would be different manuals for different areas. Yes, Bicha. Every area will have its own manual. Every area will have its own manual. Got it? Clear? Yeah. So that is manuals, monographs. Any doubts in manuals, monograph? Any doubts in manuals, monograph? Sure. Yeah. So what remains is flora, right? Flora and catalog. So understand what is flora and catalog. Understand what is flora and catalog, beta. Flora is also like your manuals only, but flora, flora will give you all the actual index or the actual count of those specimen right now at this particular time. So just as we have our, you know, uh, what we call it, like demographic study, right? So in this particular area, in the year so and so, these were the number of individuals staying. After 5 years, there are two who have increased, right? So that type of a study, you know, for every area there will be this study. So it will give the actual count, which is called as actual index of the plants. That is flora. Manual will give you the entire list. They are there or they are less, they are more, doesn't mind. For example, okay. If I say, if I give you the example of Konkan, Konkan is very famous. Maharashtra का जो अपना Konkan area है, it is very famous. If I give you that example, and you say, give me the manual for Konkan, then what you will get? Coconut, cashew nut, है या नहीं? jackfruit. Then you get, there is something called as कोकम, पता है आपको? आमसूल कहते हैं हम लोग उसको, है ना? उसके सिर्फ नाम मिलेंगे, of course mangoes, of course mangoes. You will just get the names of them in the manual. But if you ask for flora of Konkan, then you will come to know that jackfruit 2000 trees, mango 10,000 trees, cashew nut 5,000 trees. That is the difference between flora and manual. Okay, so manual and flora is almost the same, but in manual only the names are given. In flora, you get the actual count of those particular specimens that prevail in that particular area. Understood the difference between flora and manual? Got it? Flora क्या है और manual क्या है बेटा? कोई है difficulty इसमें? Anyone who has not followed the difference between flora and manual? It's almost the same. ठीक है? Flora more helpful from scientific research point of view, and manual more important with comparing point of view. If your specimen name is not there only in the list, why you will bang your head for understanding how many are there or what are there? I'll tell you catalog. I'm just here with flora and manual. So any difficulty in flora manual, my dears? No difficulty, na? Catalog is just like, there will be a description of the specimen along with a photograph. So you get those catalogs to see, na? Girls, boys also nowadays, online shopping सब लोग करते हैं, है या नहीं? ये टी शर्ट लेना है तो पहले टी शर्ट का फोटो आता है, आपको कलर अच्छा लगा तो आप डिस्क्रिप्शन पढ़ते हो, प्राइस देखते हो, है या नहीं? साइज देखते हो, कैटलॉग. So here also there will be a photograph or the diagram of that particular individual specimen, and here there will be the description. That is going to be your catalog. Okay. So flora, manual, monograph, catalog, key. These 5 are indirect comparisons. While botanical garden, herbarium, museum, and zoological park are direct live specimen or dead specimen. Understood this chapter very nicely, my dears? Is there any difficulty in understanding this? Anyone who has not followed any part of this? So with this, this particular chapter is completed. Okay. And as I had told you all, wood manuals contain species which used to be once there in that area. Yes, it will be containing the list. So it will be having that also. Once upon a time, kitne bhi saal pehle, it was there, so it is there in the list. Okay. Yes, my dear. So as I had told you all, I'll just quickly go with something called as your questions, how they would be asked. Very quickly, I'll go through them. I guess you all can see this particular. Yeah. So here you can see this. These are the type of questions which are going to be asked. Here, what I have done is, flora is only for plants. Yes, yes. Yeah, textbook के questions हम लोग बाद में करेंगे बेटा. When everyone of you all will get the books. Okay, those books some students are yet to buy. So those who have brought it, it's okay. So I'll just wait for others to get it. Fine. Yeah. Fauna is for animals, but that is not there. Flora is going to be only going to be there. Okay. Yeah. So if you can see over here, look at this, the living world, the same topic. And here, if you see, you can see some questions which are very simple and some which you might have not heard about. So it's going to be a combination of 2, 3 things together. But if you can see over here, look at the fourth one. Look at the fourth question. Yeah. Look at this question which I'm highlighting. Look at it. Which of the following is or are absent in non-living things? Can you all tell me the answer for this? Look at the options and tell me the answer for this. Which of the following is absent in non-living things? Arya, you are right, beta. Zui, you are right. Vidhi, correct. Vaishnavi, correct. Darshanta, right. Dhruv, right. No, Darshanta, no, beta. You just cross-check your answer. Yes, Shehnaz, very good. Yes, Bhumi, right. Swara, right. Others, come on, give a try. Give a try. Very good. Majority of you all giving me the right answer. What is the first answer? Don't think about that. This is a compilation of many. Okay? So don't worry about that. The first the first answer is 4.6 billion. Look at the question that I am asking you all, my dear. Just focus on that question. Which of the following is or are absent? Yeah, so most of you all are giving me the right answer that all of these are going to be absent in non-living objects, right? So you don't have protoplasm, you don't have cellular organization, no nutrition, no growth seen in non-living. Okay, if it was only growth, then that would not be. But nutrition and growth together they are asking, so it would be the answer. Okay, got it? Well, then. If I go down, you will come to know about many such questions. So, yeah, can you all tell me the answer of the 12th one? Growth in living organism is. Can anyone tell me the answer? 12th question. Very good. Very good. Yes. 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 Very nice. You all are giving me the right answers. Perfect. Perfect. So it's going to be irreversible increase in size and number of cells, right? So this is the the first part of this. Then if you can see, बहुत सारे ऐसे questions है. I'm coming to see now the diversity of life. Okay. So now you can tell me the first answer itself. 29th question. How many species are recorded today? How many species? Which option? Yes. Very correct. Very correct. Okay. Then yes. Then can you all tell me over here the 34th question? Can you all tell me the 34th question? A branch of biology which deals with identification, description, nomenclature, and classification in is called as. Very good. Very good. All of you all are right. All of you all are right. Yes, it is taxonomy. Correct. 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 So this is diversity in life wale questions. Then when we go ahead, there are so many. See, we don't have that much of time. I'm just giving you all the idea that how the questions would be and what the questions would be. Yeah, look at nomenclature wale questions. Okay. Uh, Let me come to something. Look at the 94th or 93rd, 92nd question, sorry, 92nd. According to binomial nomenclature system, which of the following statement is true or true? Come on. 92nd wala? Very nice. Very nice. Yes. So all are giving me the right answers. Very good. Yes, beta. Very good. Very good. All the statements are correct, right? So it will be your fourth option. So these type of questions are expected to be asked in your examinations. Huh? Can you tell me the 94th specific name is? Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Now see, look at the 96. Binomials are in which language? Come on. 96th question. Binomials are in which language? Which option? Yes. Third option. Very good. So actually speaking, when you listen to the lectures very carefully and you just understand them perfectly now, you would be able to answer majority of the questions. Okay. So कंसेप्ट ऑफ स्पीशीज के ऊपर अलग से है, सो कौन सा डाले? या सो योर 138 क्वेश्चन भी तो है जो बायोलॉजिकल कंसेप्ट ऑफ स्पीशीज हमने किया था, है ना? ये देखो टैक्सोनॉमिकल एड्स के ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन है. कैन यू ऑल टेल मी दिस नाउ? कैन यू ऑल टेल मी दिस? Largest herbarium of the world is at? Can anyone tell me this? 136 question. Correct. Correct. Very nice. Very nice. Then what else? Anyway, so I mean, these are the type of questions that I just want to show you. That look at it. So only one chapter, and look at the number of questions that we are going ahead with, beta. Look at this 155th one. Key is based on contrasting character, which is known as what? Correct. So now you all know, na? Yes. Very good. Very good. Anyway, so see, almost 167 questions are there only on this first chapter. एक पेपर में ऐसे मेरे पास 10-12 पेपर पड़े हैं. ये एक पेपर है. 10-12 पेपर सिर्फ ये एक चैप्टर के हैं. यू विल बी सॉल्विंग ऑल दीज क्वेश्चन. धीरे धीरे तुम्हारे टेस्ट लेते जाएंगे. We'll be giving you all these questions. You will be solving all these questions, all the difficulties, the wrong answers that you have marked, or some questions you might have never heard of. I'll be discussing with you that time. Okay. So in this way, we'll be going ahead with completing the rest of the 37 chapters as well. 38 may say first chapter has already been done with you all, along with what type of questions are there. Okay. So we'll stop for today, and in the next class, we'll be going ahead with the new chapter, and we'll be talking in detail about that chapter as well. Huh. Textbook. If you have got the textbook, you all can do. You all can do. Okay. Sure. Bye. See you all. Take care.